Bob, so there you were at Coldwell Banker, and I'm actually flashing back in my own mind to the first time I was exposed to commercial real estate. What was it? What was the hook? What was it that just threw that switch for you in those days when you cast your mind back?
Yeah, Adam, that's a great question. And you know what I think it was is that it was a relatively new office for Coldwell Banker then. And so generally it was a lot of very, very young people. But, they dressed nicely, they looked good, they seemed like they were having fun. It was positive energy in the office. They were making a lot of money. I was just a college kid, a summer intern. They treated me like I was just one of the guys. And, that office was very social. Every Friday, everybody went across the street to Houlihan's for drinks. And so I got to know these guys fairly well. And a number of them are still good friends of mine. So, we've stayed in touch. And it was just an environment where he said, "Hey, this job seems like fun." I was driving around my first summer, driving around Morris County, New Jersey, writing down information on every commercial building I saw. How big was it? How many stories? How many tenants? Who were the tenants for the company's data bank? And I just thought it was like the coolest thing. And the stories the guys would tell over lunch about the deals they were working on. And I just was fascinated right off the bat. And it seemed like such a cool thing. Again, they're making a lot of money, they're having fun, very collegial. And I think because that office was so great, that was really one of the things that hooked me. And then went back summer number two, I actually ran that data bank program of summer interns. And then my third summer, I got my New Jersey real estate license, and I was an assistant to an industrial broker showing industrial space to tenants in
Hmm.
Morris County. So I just had a ball. I thought it was the greatest thing. And for whatever reason, when I got out of college, I really wanted to come into the Big Apple. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere, they say. So I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. And that was 40 years ago. I haven't left. And, even during the pandemic, when a lot of my colleagues went on to greener pastures to sell properties in Florida and Texas and Tennessee and the areas that a lot of New Yorkers are migrating to, I've stayed in New York. New York is what I know.